Oh, that didn't hit the ground.
That didn't hit the ground. What's up, Leopard Nation? This multiple vehicle thing it's never ending. Never ending. Every time I think I got something, it breaks. The Beamer, every time I fix something else breaks. The Jeep, found something with the Jeep. Although I will show you that in a little bit. The Jeep, I should have been paying attention because I've seen an issue for a while, like this interference between the front output shaft on the T case hitting the transmission, the rear mount, and I thought it was just the rubber, and I think I replaced it anyway. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. Brittany's Buggy's broken, the Jeep's broken, the Beamer's broken. The Bronco's still going, just needs a front end alignment. Yeah, I'm gonna just show you guys all the crap I'm going through over the next few days. Yesterday I was driving the Beamer after we thought we fixed it. Pulled into the shop I'm pulling into right now and looked out and there's just oil all over the ground. So this place is over by the fairgrounds. It's called the Race Shop. So we use the Race Shop and Sand Hollow Off-Road for doing things or finding parts. And these guys have a whole bunch of PSC stuff, lines. They can make hoses, fittings, all kinds of stuff. And it's right over here by the fairgrounds. So if you're ever up on Sand Mountain and you break something, or PSC line ruptures, or you even bend a PSC, something happens, Sand Hollow Off-Road, which I'm going to next, and the Race Shop here. So let me show you what happened yesterday. So I just got done replacing a turbo on the Beamer. We're driving all around testing it, and we pull in here. Yeah, of course I'm driving, I can't see any of this yet. I pull all the way up here, I back up, and we go inside. And as I'm walking inside, I kind of look back at the car because it's sexy. And I'm like, is that for me? And then we look under the car. And yeah, I've been driving the car around for about a half hour, and it must have been, I guess, leaking like this the whole time. The drain tube on the turbo decided to start leaking like internally. The turbo has a pressure on one side and a drain on the other. This big -10, and it's literally, it cooked it underneath the braided line, and it was just seeping out of the hose through the braided line. So I'm gonna take this over to these guys, and they're gonna make me a new one, but instead of with twist-on fittings, they have crimped-on ones with higher grade hose. So these guys build trophy trucks here in the back and some Ultra 4 cars, but they have Heims, they've got hoses, they've got tons of different fittings, they got more fittings in the back, they've got all kinds of different fluids, seal it, so like if you kind of need something, they have it. Who's actually making it for me right now while I wait. They are gonna use stuff that they use on the trophy trucks, a lot higher quality. Also, they have heat sleeves that they wrap everything in. So they're gonna heat sleeve it, heat shrink it, so that way it's completely protected from the heat. So this shouldn't happen again for a long time, because honestly, that Beamer isn't very old. There's not very many miles on it, you know, a couple drift events, but it shouldn't have done that, except that there's no protection around that. And it's like, turbos are like 1200 degrees, so. Anyway, they're gonna knock that out real quick for me, which is super cool. I wonder if I can film some of the stuff they have in here. It was a pretty bad hit. It was up on the shelf. Look at this brake, just shattered into pieces. Bent tubing. So this is kind of cool stuff they're doing in here. All the way down the chassis, full trophy truck stuff. So this is why we came over here to get this done, because everything they use is all heat sleeved. They obviously do some super high-end work. They're generally busy with all this stuff. They do the little stuff like that. He knocked it out for me. But yeah, you can see the shop is huge. Both sides, whole jig here, building another one. Stuff everywhere. It's super, super neat. So way different. So these are super high-end fittings. Heat sleeved it, heat shrunk it. It's aircraft grade. Like, so the stainless in here is like super bendy, where this one only bends like a tiny bit. These can bend all the way over and in half. You're not supposed to do that to these guys, because they'll start to kink and break the Teflon inside. But this one's actually meant to be super bendy and get around, and it's still steel braided. It's like 3 times smaller, finer weave, with all aircraft grade everything. So this one should last a whole lot longer than this one, because this is all like maybe eBay stuff. Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit, why I have a whole truck bed full of trailer tires. I guess I can kind of tell you right now. 3 blowouts, I think it was, when I took the Jeep down to Arizona to have Tyler tune the shocks. I always check the tire pressures. The tires are a year and a half old, maybe. Had more than 50-60% tread. I check tires on trucks and vehicles when I'm traveling in the trailer like religiously. Replaced it, had 1 spare, bought a spare wheel and tire, put a spare tire on it at discount, and then as soon as we started heading back, another blowout. It was definitely crappy. And this is Sand Hollow Off-Road, and they build all these cool buggies. So they're building trophy trucks over there. These guys build all the cool rock crawlers. And he's gonna make me some brake lines and made us some coolant lines, which is super awesome. But yeah, they got all their buggies and stuff here. If you've watched our rock crawling stuff, you'll know this Mad Cow. This one's always at all the events and competitions and everything. We work on everybody's stuff here. I completely forgot. I gotta work on Brittany's buggy, and because she broke that U-joint, I finally got the Brannick axles in. But when I pulled it apart, her 42-inch tires with water in them flopped all the way out and cut the brake line. So I just told Steve here at Sand Hollow Off-Road, he's gonna make me a brake line real quick. 37 inches, that's a pretty long brake line. So he said he's gonna knock that out really quick for me. It's really nice when you find places that'll, like, they understand that kind of stuff. They have their long-term projects, but people come in and like, I broke this, can you help? Generally they will. Yeah, the race shop, Sand Hollow Off-Road, both right here by the fairgrounds. And my buddy Huey's doing tires at UTV Pros because they let us use their tire machine to mount tires. So much going on. That is a hookup thing. I know the owner, Justin. He's super awesome. I've known him since we first started coming out here, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. But if you're a side-by-side person, UTV Pros is pretty much the only place to go to get work done if you break something or need some work. Now we continue on with our journey. So say you get your parts from the other places we just visited and you need help or can't do the work, don't have a place to do the work. Roadrunner. These guys are freaking awesome. They work on everything. Regular cars, Jeeps, buggies. Like, they've done my AC. They helped me work on my Jeep. Done big stuff, little stuff. Logan over here at Roadrunner. Super awesome people. I'm actually bringing all the trailer tires. So I'm going to show you these trailer tires that I talked about earlier because they're like crazy heavy duty. They're like the tires that you put on like the F450 type of thing. Like big 14, 16 ply instead of the normal like 10 ply or something that come on the little trailers. But I'll show you that in a second. So you can see right now I've got tons of different tread pattern tires because they started all doing this. They just delaminated. Like, the tread just came off, ripped the license plate off. But yeah, we had multiple blowouts. And you can see like there's a lot of tread. Like there's a lot of tread here. But we went with these things. You can't really, yeah, look how thick this sidewall is. I don't even know how you mount that on a freaking wheel. It's gotta be like an inch thick freaking sidewall. But they're, what's the name of them? Suntech or something? Let me see. Yeah, Suntech HD Plus. So they're same size tire, but they're 14 ply rating instead of like 10 or whatever these crappy things are. Get rid of these. Any kind of trailer you have, towing a Jeep, towing a live-in trailer, whatever, mobile home trailer, whatever. Get rid of these tires that come on it because they are freaking garbage. And I think this is only like $600 for all 600 something. I don't know. It wasn't very much, but they're on Amazon, and that's where we got them from. 42-inch Nuno K specs, 4220 Nuno K specs. Not a light tire. And I'm old.
Bounce me around, man.
Throw out a back with that.
Filming for insurance purposes.
And that's without a 20-inch wheel attached. Yet another fucking 40, 50 pounds for a wheel. Oh. Now I wonder if it helps that I'm short. That I'm like lower to the ground and I just like roll it back onto myself.
You're low center of gravity.
I'm grabbing it standing up. Like, I don't feel that in my back at all. It's all in my legs and my core for sure. I think I'm doing it right. All right, so we got all the parts. They're all going in. Everything looks pretty good. We should have used a 130 over here, but I'll show you that in a second. Fun little fact though, when you have a turbo vehicle that's not factory, maybe even if it is factory, you have to make parts that fit because everything's so big and bulky. So this was a 15, so a little 15 right there that Huey cut down. And then this is for the wastegate, that this comes as a little spanner wrench, kind of like for your coilovers, but this one had to get cut and ground down because like getting in there to fit, can't do that. This is a 1/2 inch that you couldn't get the whole wrench in there, and the stubby wasn't really long enough and you didn't want the circle in the back, so you had to cut down a little 1/2 inch. And then there's a 1 inch that not too much, but I had to grind down here and there to get the oil drain line on. So it's like you have to have all these tools. Nobody makes anything specific because everything's like custom set up. So then you just grind down, cut, and do all that. And so now I have a box of just BMW. This is all for the turbo, by the way. This is all literally to take on, remove, or mess with the turbo.
You have another one to join very shortly.
Oh,
18 millimeter,
and
this one.
because these black lines are the coolant lines we're adding. This is the oil line that's already here. That one's super hard to get on because of this clamp. But forget the clamp, you just can't get between. So we could pull the housing off, but to get to that you can't because.
The CHRA goes around
Oh,
here.
so how are you? You're not. That's the whole point, is that you're not. So you just have to make. You just have to keep making tools. So now we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 6 custom wrenches just to work on the turbo. So here's the new wrench. Does it work? Oh, yeah. Let me see it. How much? I mean, I feel like most wrenches should just come like that.
Custom.
Yeah, custom. Not very strong. So these AN lines, you really just want to go snug. You actually don't want to, if you go, because they're all aluminum, if you go too tight, you'll actually crack them on the inside, or you really want to just go snug. We got a 45 here. We thought a 90 here, but we definitely miscalculated. That should have been a 130. This hose should be pointing up this way. It fits, but not nicely. All right, still working on that. So you see these beautiful made in the USA boxes. These are the new Brennick Motorsports, made to order for Brittany's Buggy. Yes. So she broke a U-joint and axle shafts a little while ago. Nice and slow. Whoa! Oh, I said slow. And we just been, I know it's a freaking mess. We gotta put the rear shocks back on, the ADS shocks that we had tuned, and get the front end back together. So yeah, the cool thing about this is we're using their, oh look, we got some shirts in here and stuff. Cool. Well, maybe this is the merch box. But we have, oh, they gave me a little grease gun. That's cool. So we're gonna go over all this when we install it and show you all the good stuff. But I'm just kind of going through. That's what I'm looking for right here. The Legacy 1480 U-joint kit. Anyway, I don't know, everything's a mess. We've been working, everything's been broken. Everything's in parts everywhere, but each little area. These are literally all the boxes of parts. It's good though. This is gonna get, hey, look at that. That works.
It's not the prettiest thing in the world.
I mean,
If it functions.
If it functions, that's all we need it to do. So the one issue that we're running into is that I don't know. We're coming off a coolant line down here, and there's a coolant line in the head, and that just loops. I'm assuming that used to go to the throttle body, but everybody deletes the throttle body setup. I'm assuming that's what used to happen. It used to go in the throttle body and through here. Maybe I just need to look that up, because maybe that's what that did. Maybe they went through the throttle body and into the head. But I don't know which way the coolant goes. Does it come out of the head through the throttle body and back, or does it come out that way through the throttle body and into the head? I think the head would have the pressure. I think it would be pressurizing from the head through that way. But we need to know that because the turbo needs to go in the bottom and out the top, because that's how it's supposed to cycle. So anyway, that's the issue I'm running into right now, is we don't know. I think I found myself stuck. So we're trying to get to this coolant line on the head, and between the boost pipe and the manifold and the fuel pressure regulator, like I got to the clamp. I kind of can't, like, you know how sometimes you can go in something and then you can't come back out of it?
Yeah, you're elbow deep in there right now. I can't even see what you're doing. It's that tight.
Yeah.
Oh, can I?
I don't know. Can you see? You
Yeah,
have to.
I can. Yeah, I
Can you?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh. That didn't hit the ground.
That didn't hit the ground. Good news is the new hose clamp uses this size. But all right, here he says he found the socket I dropped.
I can also touch it. You can actually see it. It's just
inside the motor mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had figured, because that's what it sounded like. Oh yeah, I see it.
You can stroke it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Like a pocket with a gap. There it goes.
Professional.
Look at that. All right, it's all back together. Coolant lines, oil lines, coolant plumbed in, we think the right way. We don't really know. We're just coming out of the head, which should have the pressure and all that bliss. If the car doesn't just run right and do well from now, like the car's for sale. Literally every time I drive it, I have replaced the turbo. I've done all this. I have, we clean the injectors, replace the fuel pump. I mean, there's so much stuff that I haven't filmed. This car literally breaks every single time I drive it. And not like I'm going out racing it and it breaks. Like literally just trying to drive it down the street. Either coolant leaks, oil leaks, sees that there's the old turbo I was gonna send to maybe have it rebuilt, but I doubt it. And a new supercore from Garrett is like $2,000, which I can buy 2 Pulsar turbos for that. Anyway, it's just on and on and on. And this car, I'm probably $45,000, $50,000 deep in this car, and I can maybe get 30 grand for it if it's running okay. I mean, maybe more. I don't know. It's pretty sick now. I'm not over it. I want it to run right. It's actually like me versus the car now. Like it has to run right. Or it's me and Huey versus the car, because at this point, oh yeah, new fuel pressure regulator, clean the injectors, oil cooler, like everything you can think of to do to make the car happy, I have done. Last night we just put a new slave cylinder in it because it doesn't like to go into gear a lot of times, especially when it gets hot. It's literally one thing after another. Oh, I'm so anxious for this car. It's gonna be perfect. Oh my God, it just like fired right up. Oil pressure's good, bars are good, it sounds good. It started so nicely. We just did the clutch. We have no idea if the clutch. Is the tire supposed to be spinning with the clutch in? So clutch is in, put it in gear, let go of the brake. The clutch is fully in still. Is that not normal? Is it? Yeah, and then so I just let go of the brake. Clutch is still in, brake is off. I don't know. If you don't know, when you're bleeding your coolant system, you want to turn the heater all the way on to get the heater core to open up to allow the coolant to flow through it to get all the bubbles out. That's something you want to do. It's not going to be warm yet. We're only at 114, but we'll let this run for quite a while. Let that thing bubble up and do all that. But yeah, you want to turn your heater all the way. Got them all. I guess these are a super pain in the butt to mount because they're such a thick sidewall, 14 ply, whatever, but they got them. Got some new 4220. Those are not unloaded yet. Hit these guys up if you need anything. They really are great. They're enthusiasts, car enthusiasts, off-road enthusiasts. So if you really do need any work done, usually on an emergency or something, they kind of work you in. It's kind of where I go when I don't have a Huey or a Chris and I know I can't handle something on my own. This is where I come. They'll let me rent out a bay. I don't think they'll let anybody just rent out a bay because I know them, I can rent one out, and then I kind of pay them to help me if I can't get something on my own here and there. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I just made the removal of that turbo infinitely harder for myself because now there's coolant going to it. Before, I just undo the oil feed and oil drain and that's it. Now I have an entire coolant system to worry about and spill and refill, and it'd probably be better just to let the freaking turbo cook and just replace the turbo every year or something than it is to literally deal with adding coolant. We're all bled. I think we're ready for a voyage. You know what's really funny is it's been months. I've had this car for a long time, and it's literally giving problems from day one. Even when I bought the car, it was overheating. It would puke out coolant, and I guess the reservoir bottle, the OEM one, must have been bad because once I did put on an aluminum one, it's been fine. Anyway, every time I drive it, it breaks. Something breaks. Something's leaking really badly. Something. There's always something. The craziest part, this is how delusional I am. This should probably be the opening of the video. This is how delusional I am. Every time I fix it, I go out with like 105% confidence that everything's gonna be fine. I go and I kind of beat on it and I drive it. Everything's 100% fine, and 100% of the time it's gone wrong. But right now I still have 105% confidence that everything's gonna be perfect.
This time it's gonna be absolutely fine.
Okay. So oil pressure's good, water temp's good. We were just cruising down the highway a little bit. Made it back. Don't see any coolant leaking, don't see any oil leaking, and no smoke. So far so good.
12 seconds later.
Well, we were wrong. It's all wet with oil still. So now I don't know. It's on the screamer pipe. Literally we've been battling this over and over. There's a brand new hose. That hose was bad, but now I've got no idea. I was gonna say, I only saw it, like I pulled in, I was like, I see a couple little drops, but that could have been from before, but it is not, because all this was brake blasted, brake cleaned. It's gotta be from the turbo, but nothing else is wet. It's all right under the turbo. I'm pretty done with this car. Can't find the oil leak. You just can't. It's literally, there's a feed into the turbo and there's a drain. Nothing on the drain is wet, but everything underneath that is wet, and there's no other oil. I don't know. This car is gonna literally cause me to drink. I don't really drink. I drink when I party. We don't party all that much. I wish I had more words. I'm so fed up with it. Everything else is running great though. Everything else seems to be fine. Put on all new stuff. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. I'm defeated. I don't think we got any video. Did you get any video that time in the car?
No, that time, no.
No. It's running great. Power feels great. It's everything's great. Coolant temp's great. Oil temp's great. Pressure's great. Everything's great. Beat up on it. Checked it. Didn't see any oil. Beat up on it some more. Came back. I didn't see any like active oil. Like the steering boot is always what's wet. And this time it was not dripping. It was, I don't know, lightly misted. No, I don't even know. It was moist. That's a bad word. It looked promising. I didn't see anything actively dripping, and that was probably the most I've beat on it. Like that was like the most full throttle, the most everything. So yeah. Every day is like this, by the way. I don't normally film, but since everything's broken, I was like, we need to film some content, but also like maybe you guys would just be interested, sort of. This is like literally every day. It's just running around and fixing stuff every single day. Yep, this is my life. Just checking it out for good measure. I think we're good. I think. It's been a lot of work on this car. This is literally showing you guys, this is one day of like 2 weeks or more. All right, good news, bad news?
I mean, there's still a little bit here and there, but it's
Oh yeah, it's still,
actively.
That's still wet right there.
I'm convinced this bit is just squidging out oil that's trapped in there though. I feel like we need to drop that D-link down and have like a proper clean.
Really, you think so? Well, actually you might be right, because there's nothing above it. You might be right. That might just be soaked and it's squishing it and then blowing onto this. I'm waiting for it to just, and just. Although you might be right. That could have stored because there was so much oil leaking. Okay, so we think that's it. These are the tires we're taking with us. We're hoping not to go through all these because that's 6, 9, 12. That's too many thousands of dollars in tires, so we're hoping not to go. You need me to pass you some nuts?
Yeah, they're my nuts.
They are your nuts. Oh, they're gonna be my nuts now. So we think maybe that was part of it, even though it doesn't make 1,000% sense because the compressor had oil and there was oil kind of everywhere. But we just beat it up and we're going with that. Yes, I'm missing a bolt in my AC compressor. I bought new bolts and it does not go in. I think there maybe is a broken one in there or something. See, I still have oil dripping right here on the AC compressor. I don't know what that is, but it's always had an oil leak up here from somewhere and I can't find it. All right, time for dinner. Brittany just cooked us dinner. She made us some chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. Ooh, I put the chicken nuggets in the mac and cheese. That sounds amazing. Babe, do you have mac and cheese left? I'm gonna put some spicy chicken nuggets in the mac and cheese. Okay. Hector. Hi, Hector. All right, it's a new day after I had my amazing spicy chicken nuggets last night and mac and cheese. Anyway, bad oil leak seems to have slowed. We don't really know yet, but what we are having an issue with, I've always had an issue going into first and reverse, especially when it gets hot and it just drags. You can feel the clutch still dragging with the clutch all the way in. We've tried bleeding it. We put a slave cylinder in it. We've done more bleeding. I've done bleeding in the past, pressure bleeding, gravity bleeding, all that kind of stuff. So, oh, there goes another explosion. So now we're pulling the gearbox, thinking maybe the first clutch disc is, maybe the splines are gummed up or there's debris on. I don't know, but I mean, as much power as this car makes and as much as like we beat it up, it kind of all needs to work right. Otherwise it's gonna wear stuff out or explode clutches, overheat, do stuff like that. So, all right, we got it. It actually wasn't too bad. It knocked off some of the extensions. We did have to drop the subframe a little bit and get everything down, but really not too terrible with 2 people. 1 person probably wouldn't be a good time, but with 2 people, knocking it out. If you look online, tons of people have the issue with single disc clutch, twin disc clutch. Some people say there's not enough throw. Some people say it's just a bad engineering design. And we might just be doing this for nothing and it's just gonna always have that issue. Other people don't have the issue. So I don't freaking know. All right, trans is out. The good news and bad news. Good news is everything looks good. Bad news is if everything looks good, there's nothing to fix. A couple little hot spots, but that's actually not really bad for the abuse and everything. So yeah, I don't know. All the clutch material looks really good on both discs. Pressure plate looks good. Everything looks good. So we're gonna bleed this guy. It's brand new. We'll bleed this while it's out of the car. All right, she's all back together. Oil put in her. Let's see if she starts up and goes into gear and all that good stuff. I love this shifter. If it would just actually go into gear and shift. We might have forgot the exhaust. I mean, it's actually not bad. So marginally better, I guess. We don't know, I have to drive it, but it did go into first and reverse. A little bit better feeling? I don't know. The exhaust needs to go back on though. That's what we're doing now. That is not. That's not okay. All right, Huey's pretty positive here. Put the wastegate cover back on. We put everything on. He even put this cover on, which this has been off for a long time. This is a extra little heat shield for the coil packs and everything. Doesn't really come off or go on with the downpipe after he wrapped it with that stuff. That's a final like thing. That's literally harder than pulling the transmission. Yeah. Like I said earlier, every time we get done, I'm like, that's it, 100%, it's good. And I go drive it like it's a brand new GT3 off the Porsche factory floor. And then every time it disappoints me like a BMW. All right, so we're driving again. It's going into gear a little easier, and it's rolling back on a slight hill when I have the clutch in. It's not rolling as like I'm in neutral, but rolling back a little bit, where before it would actually just lurch forward or hold me. So something's better. Everything else seems to be great. Like the shifting's good. Everything. This is gonna be the last drive. If there's oil or anything else, I'm selling the car. So let's see. And bars are dead on. Hopefully this is it. It's been really, really good. Oh, there's a cop. Always, every road there is, there's a cop. Every single time. When Huey first came here, he wanted to go hooting around. He's like, let's go take the Beamer out, like go street drift. I was like, you can't. Every single road you turn on down here, there is a police officer in an SUV or a truck or a sheriff, hands down. Yes?
He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Like every time. It's never without fail. You have to really watch where you play around. All right, we just had some Jersey Mikes after driving around for like 20 minutes. And let's see. There is no oil on the sway bar mount, no oil on the boot. Everything looks dry. No oil on the ground. What? You eating more cookies? Jersey Mike's cookies, the mini cookies. He's like in love with these things. Anyway, well, sick. Okay, we're back. Got on the lift. It is dry. Even the AC compressor is dry right now. This is dry. This is dry. Normally that's all wet. Normally there's oil all here. This bolt normally has oil dripping off of it. It was the most successful run so far. Very, very good. We'll probably boost leak test it one more time just to check boost leaks since we pulled the whole motor down and everything. Well, I think that closes out 2 days in the Lite Brite garage, which all we did was work on this. The Jeep needs work. The Buggy needs work. The garage needs a lot of work. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple shop videos and gotta fix the Jeep. There's some stuff on the Jeep and gotta fix her Buggy. So we'll get those things done. Let's hope the drift event tomorrow goes well and nobody does anything stupid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at LiteBriteStudios.com. And we're gonna get more shop content and then some more wheeling content. All right, bye. Ten out of 10 spicy chicken nuggets mixed with mac and cheese.
Is that for YouTube?
Is fire. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, it's for YouTube.
Are you filming that for YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, right now, viewers, let me know in the comments, do you even care about that? How long is the video? How much have you filmed?
I don't know. So I've been HIGH most of the day. I don't know if you could say that.
He's high on brake cleaner right now.
Yeah, so the CRC chlorinated stuff.
Eat your food.
Oh.
Eat your food.
Okay.
Yeah, it's